is just a complete shutdown. All this way for a complete shutdown. I won't lie, I'm a bit disappointed. For absolutely sick. Jeez, that wind's died. How good's that? Where do I go? Here we go. I wonder if there's a bit of sand anywhere that I can use it. Those ramps look lovely, but not really necessary for someone like me. Plenty of trailers around. I might just pull in here for a second and scope it out. Look at the difference between my beast and the one behind me. A little bit more fancy than mine. This is a trip I've been wanting to do for a long time, man. This is like a bit of a dream trip. We're going somewhere that's pretty remote. Like by the time you get there, it seems pretty built up here because there's a big marina here just at Hervey Bay. But once you actually get out of here, it's I've got to scoot over to, well, where we're going is Fraser Island. So Fraser Island's biggest sand island in the world. Very beautiful place. At least a 50k trip, which is a pretty big feat on the Skiff to start with, unless it's weather like this. Like, we're getting lucky, and I think the weather's just, the weather gods have shined on me this weekend, and it looks like I'm going to get like glass outs every day for at least half the day. So it couldn't have got any better in that respect. So straight across to Fraser, across the channel, head up the island, maybe till the first campsite that I'm sort of planning on staying at, which is at least maybe 50 k's up the island. And then the next second leg would be, once I set up camp, would be another maybe 20 k's. So it's going to push the Skiff to sort of a new level. I haven't brought much food. I haven't packed very heavy at all. I've had to pack super light. So all the food, lots of fuel. I'm going to need a hell of a lot more fuel than I took, say, to the last trip. Luckily, the Skiff doesn't chew a huge amount of fuel, but it's still a lot to carry on such a small vessel. So we'll get everything out. We'll see what we look like. Let's hit the water and see if we can get some really cool shots. And there's a big chance that this area, the reason why this place is so popular to get to is I might be a little early in the season, but I figure maybe a little bit less pressure from other people and a little less boats or the traffic could play in my favour. But just around October is the start of the baby black run. So baby black marlin come in, and you can catch them in 15 to only a few meters of water. So it's like unheard of. It's one of the only places in the world where this happens. So this is a bit of a dream trip, and hopefully it's going to be good. In fact, no, this is the trip, and it is going to be good. I've got to stay confident because I've had a couple of blankouts. So hopefully this will be my triumphant return to good videos, and then we'll kick it back into the channel in a big way from this point on. So please, this is going to be the trip. This is going to be the trip. Leave the car running. We've got to charge that phone up as much as possible. I thought it was charging last night, but obviously not. So we've got to get as much battery power into everything as I can, because power is just going to be non-existent over there. I've got a little solar charger which I can use and a bit of a power bank, but even then it's not really going to last long considering the amount of stuff I've got to keep going. So I've taken plenty of batteries, but even then still got to be conservative. Alright, get this sucker off. This is what we need. Okay, and then we can just roll it off here like that. Beautiful. Get this thing out of travel mode. I'm going to see the float test, see how she handles with this much gear sort of packed on. Couple more twists. Alright, next. Look at all my jerrys. Just got the engine serviced, which is good, feel confident. So obviously I bought this engine second hand, so that's sort of one of the safety things I sort of wanted to do. Just, one, because I didn't know sort of the state of the engine, because I got it second hand, and the guy I bought it from couldn't really just, it looked like brand new, but he couldn't actually tell me whether it had had a service or anything. And then the guy I got to service it actually said that it didn't look like it had ever had a service, so it was a good sort of time to do it before the big trip, so I know it's reliable and going to be ready to rock. But it's been a good engine so far, it hasn't let me down. Pretty much a first puller every time. So hopefully she will continue the tradition, because if not, I'm going to be out of my ass. Okay, rods, lots of rods. There's lots of rods coming with me. Obviously I'm not probably going to have all of these on every day, but I didn't want to leave myself short or leave myself needing to change halfway through when things sort of conditions change. So there's going to be lots of rods going on. I guess we need rod holders first, don't we? Where's all my rod holders? Oh, there's plenty of gear to go in there. There's that, all the fuel, plus this guy, food. Most of that's just water in there, in frozen bottles. Just get these on. I've made these now so they've got a little bit of a tether on the heavy trolling ones, just so my rod just doesn't fly off when I'm not expecting it. And I bought the other two rod holders this time, because I'm going to need lots more rod storage. So I planned this so two rods can run up and down the sides here and be out of the way, but not be on the deck, because I want as much clear deck space so I can move around. Plus it's going to be full of camping gear and fuel. So we'll get these on. So, but these are tethered on, so because these are the main trolling rods. Lock them all in. We are good to go. Got my new, I don't know if anyone saw that last live video, but this new Star Jug, I'm really looking forward to using this guy. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's very interesting. The trigger grip on the bottom of this doesn't fit in this rod holder very well. We'll figure that out in a sec. Let's see what we got here. This might be the only solution here. What have we got that can cut this sucker? Alright, the old Leatherman to the rescue as usual. Alright, bugger it, let's do it. I can't live this whole trip without this reel. Alright. Problem solved. Now it'll fit in the rod holder. Let's see if we can smooth that down even a little bit. This Leatherman, I found like a dump car. When I was a kid and I had my first car, I used to go around to dump cars that were like mine and rip parts off them. And so I found this dump car and it had this in the glove box. So someone had obviously forgotten to take it out, and this Leatherman has seen me through so many little things. It's one of my favourite things. I always carry it. I really don't need to do this right now, but let's take some of the little edges off it. You know what, bugger it. Just grind that at home. Let's see if that fixed it though. That was a real problem for a second there. Alright, here we go. My best plans were almost ruined there. Look at that. Now we're talking. Yes, now we're trolling, now we're trolling. Big pulsator skirt. I would have been really disappointed if I didn't have that out. Alright. Yeah, this is the original like Leatherman Super Tool. I've had this for probably, God, 22 years of my life now. I love it. The best Leatherman, the original. Or one of the originals. So, double bagged, even though it's a like a pretty splash proofy bag. Putting it in the extra garbage bags just so we don't get any water in there, just so there's things in there that I don't really want to get wet. Now it's getting serious. Fuel tank's in. all my planning with these stuff is going sort of well. Even my strap, which I thought I better make it the strap long enough in case I ever do need 2 fuel tanks. All of a sudden I'm needing 2 fuel tanks more often. So the planning is looking good. It's all coming together. See how slippery this is. Alright, it begins. This is going to be epic. How's the day? It's out of control. Not sinking yet. I don't seem to be sinking. It's definitely sitting a little lower. Okay, all my rods are in. I'm locked down. Fuel on. You know what I need to do? I need to open that vent hole a little bit. Alright. Okay, first order will be... Yeah, let's just get out here a bit. Is this even on? It is. Alright. So first order of the day will be to get up to camp and offload all this gear so I can get some fishing. But if there is fish on the way, I'll definitely sort of have a bit of a cast. Got a couple of funny looks. My craft's a lot smaller than a lot of these boats, eh? Alright, this is going to be cool. We'll get moving. Alright, we're clear of the harbour. Yeah.